My name's Maureen Fura, and I'm a mother of two beautiful boys, a 3-month-old baby boy and a 3.5-year-old boy. And being a mom to boys is the coolest, raddest thing in the world. I love my new baby boy so much. He's delicious, and I have to admit I haven't put him in a crib yet. He sleeps by my side because he smells great, and I just made him laugh for his first time, and it's weird. It's gun sounds. Isn't that weird? I'm a peace lover. I don't get it, but I love them, and I wouldn't trade them in for anything.
I heard you crying down the hall. I knew it was you, even though I couldn't see you from my room. You were 2 days old. When the nurse rolled your bassinet in, you stopped crying. I like to say it's because you could feel me. You were a beautiful baby, not breakable like other newborns. At 9 pounds, 10 ounces, you were the largest baby born in the hospital that week. I named you Soleil, like the sun. You were that for me, life-giving, bright, and full of possibilities. The night before you were born, Hurricane Bertha was passing through. The pressure in the air pushed heavy until my waters broke open. I'd been thinking about who I wanted with us in the delivery room. At first, I just wanted it to be you and me. This was my moment, our last moment. You were still my baby. But I let her in, your mother, the woman who would adopt you. I wanted you to have a complete story, a story that included her, but also included me. Labor was slow. You were 2 weeks early. My body was not ready to let go. Impatient doctors pumped me full of Pitocin. The chemical force squeezed my uterus like soft dough. I clung to the bar on the side of the bed and curled my body into the fetal position. I heard your heartbeat on the monitors, mixed with my heavy breathing. At the foot of the bed, your mother gently rubbed my feet. I wasn't always sure I was going to place you for adoption. During the daytime hours, I thought you would be mine. But by midnight, I would remember I was 19, that your father was living 3,000 miles away, and my child deserved something better than what I could give. I received many letters from couples begging for the chance to be your parents, but none of them moved me like your mother's. She wrote about family adventures, staying home to raise you, and being able to give you a sister. She was the only one who wrote your baby, the only one who promised I would never be erased. The first time I met your mother, it was in an Italian restaurant down the street from my college. She was funny. I liked her freckles and red hair. I loved the way she looked at me without judgment. She reminded me of my mom. I didn't notice her hands at dinner, how she reached for rolls or grabbed her fork, their delicate shape, the lack of nail polish. But in the hospital bed, all I could think about were those hands, how they comforted me in silence, how they would be the hands that care for you for the rest of your life. I wished those hands could have been my hands. But my hands weren't good enough, ready enough. You needed her hands. A week before you were born, I wrote a letter to myself. I wrote it to remind me of what I was going to do. I was afraid that once I saw you, I wouldn't be able to let go. I had to remember the reasons you deserved a better chance. When the doctor said it was time to push, I was terrified. I didn't think I was strong enough. I pressed my chin to my chest. Your mother held my leg. My best friend held the other, and I pushed. You were so big you couldn't get out. My mother put a mirror in front of me. I could see you. Your body would slide out and then slip back in. You were caught on my pelvic bones. The doctor took out his knife and cut. I felt the heavy release, your body leaving mine like a cork dislodging from a bottle. The doctor held you up, your eyes meeting mine for the first time. They were almond-shaped and dark. For months, I had imagined what you looked like, but once I saw you, I knew it had always been you. The nurse asked your mother, "Do you want to hold her?" Your mother said I was supposed to get you first. They lay your wet body on my wobbly stomach, and I gazed. You were perfect. I wanted to give your mother something for the gift she was giving me. I let her cut the cord that tied us. 3 days later, I placed you in her arms and watched as the car pulled you away. I was driving on the road close to my school 6 months later. I was coming back from class. I was thinking about you. I always thought about you. But this time the feeling was different. I felt like you were close, that you were somewhere on that road. I couldn't shake the feeling. My mind repeated, my baby is on this road. I scanned the cars that passed. My heart thumped in my chest. Then I saw it, your mother's car, the same green minivan you were placed in when you left the hospital. My stomach rolled in circles. I stopped frozen at the wheel and cried. It was you, my baby. I could still feel you. Over the past 16 years, I've thought about that moment and you on the road. I wonder if I can still feel you in the air. There's an ancient Chinese belief called the red string of fate. According to the belief, special people are tied to us for eternity by an invisible red string. I like to think this red string ties us together.